I don't like making introductions. I don't like to. So like, oh, welcome to the podcast. My name is because it's not a podcast. That's the first thing. It's not a podcast. It's a show that was supposed to be somewhat a little bit weird and cringy.
Are you sure you have what it takes to show people?
I have.
All right.
I have. The initial idea was to mix pranks and have weirdest like in between sessions. So for example, one guy can come over maybe wearing a diaper and just like walk in front of the camera and maybe like offer you food or a strip dance, something like that. That's how it's supposed to be.
Are we back in like 2009?
Yeah, something like that, something like the 2000s.
All right.
But it's really hard to find somebody who can actually do that. Some people
Nostalgic
just require they require to maybe to be paid, or there's no foreigner's gonna come and say, yo, I want to do that, because reputation and all that.
Oh yeah.
But welcome. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be a second episode or third, I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna put it anyway that I feel like I wanna put it. My name is Azokai Digitals, and we have Vavara. Now let me explain to you why she's here. So Vavara is the manifestation that happens when you pray to God for him to give you a white woman as a girlfriend. But then it so happens that your prayer is not clear enough to God, that he just sends her as a friend who doesn't even want to fuck you.
Motherfucker, he sent me as a divine punishment to you.
Either way, because
you can call me friend anyway.
Honestly, there's a time where I was like, man, I need me a white girl, like I actually wanted. And then you popped up, but I wasn't expecting your type to pop up. I'm not saying you're bad, you're nice, I like you, but there's some complications between us. I don't feel like we can, like, for example, you're bisexual, so yeah. I don't think I can rock with that, like, in that extent. So that's one of the reasons.
Because we're gonna compete for girls anyway.
It's not about competing for girls, but rather I find people like you in the LGBTQ phase a little bit selfish. Like you're trying to hit everything that moves, you understand? Because they're actually genuine people out there who are starving, who actually want to chop something, want to eat something, you understand? Like people in the streets trying to find a way to fuck somebody, but you just like wake up and today I saw this nice girl, let me just go for it, then you just get it. Like life is on.
I woke up and just to be chill,
That's where the problem is, and I don't like that because
I'm just chilling and people come to me anyway.
How many people so far in your bi life have you managed to fuck with now? Like, let's start with girls first. Numbers. Like, if you had to make
Are we talking like this year or like throughout the life? Cause
all right, let's talk about this year, because I feel like if we have to go back, maybe you have hit a crazy number.
So just girls this year. 4, maybe 5. The 5th one, I'm not sure because I was super drunk. I don't remember.
Wow. Are you just going for random girls, or how do you identify a girl that you actually like to fuck? Like how does it work? Like what's the?
I'll be honest with you. Like most girls are open to like fuck with another girl. I think. Well, not all of them, but most of them anyway, because they don't see it as a threat. They don't see me as a threat.
Right.
So whenever I see a girl that I like, I try to sort of hit on her a little bit and see how things go, and most of the times they go pretty well. So I just all
right, okay. So would you say that most of the time, because I'm sure you have a stronger side, and maybe the other side could be because maybe at that particular place or time you can't really find, let's say for example, good guys that you actually want to fuck, and then it sort of happens there are more females available, so you just go with the option that
is hell no, I love girls. So like even if there is like the cutest guy there,
right,
sitting right over here, and he's interested, and I see a girl that I like, right, I would go for girls.
Interested. Now let's talk about something interesting between us.
Is there anything interesting
There
between
is.
us?
There are multiple things between us. Like we can go over and over. Like I don't even know how long the shit is gonna be, but I'm gonna try to make it short. I would say you're probably the first girl that I've given the N-word who is non-black. You understand? And I want you to tell the people, how does that make you feel to be this privileged? Like to call me N-word. But not now, I just mean like in general.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think I will ever abuse this privilege, because
Right.
I feel no need to call you that. I don't think it gives me any power, to be honest. I mean, probably
But you
because...
have called me before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but more as...
And we did agree it's supposed to be between us, but then you did it in a setting where there was another person and
You
they
didn't...
started laughing and
All
I
right,
laughed.
you
but-
didn't explicitly tell me to only call it,
Are you
between
sure I
us.
didn't?
Yes, you didn't. You never
I
did.
think that's something that I would mention though.
If you asked me, specifically asked me, I wouldn't do that.
Huh.
I mean, if something makes you uncomfortable,
Yeah.
I for sure wouldn't do that just for laughs. But since you didn't tell me that it would make you uncomfortable, I was like, well, maybe it's,
Because I was under the impression that I actually told you, like, yo, listen, you can use the N word, but it has to be somewhat regulated. Reason why is, sometimes there could be other black people around, and then we're having fun. Then you just go like, shut up, nigger. And then another nigger's there. Maybe he's talking to another person. It might make an assumption that you might be calling them, and then there could be an altercation. And I can fight. I mean, I go to the gym, by the way. I tell you, like this month I've went like 4 times, so I don't mind the fight. It's not a big deal to protect you, but I'm just saying, like, there needs to be regulated, because
Well, I'll
shit
be
can
honest,
go down
like,
anytime.
most type of the black guys I've seen around you aren't really a threat to me because they look super short and feeble.
Well, okay, it's because we are here, but if you
anyways,
okay,
Yeah, I wouldn't use that word in more of a public setting anyway. So it can be a joke between friends for me, but I wouldn't use it seriously anyway.
is there anything that you think people that are shorter can compensate? Because some people, when they look at you, they're like, oh my god, this girl is tall, but I like her. But to approach her, to tell her, hey, how you doing, it might be a little bit tricky because of the height difference. So if you have any advice for people like me who want to approach people like you in the street, what would that be? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's hard to tell about everyone, honestly, because people have different standards. I don't go for height, because, most of the girls I've dated and stuff, they were much shorter than me. So I extend the same standard to guys as well. But I mostly go for people who are older than me.
Right.
So I do have my standards as well. But honestly, it's all about confidence, I guess. So when a person approaches you, not from a position of like, well, maybe she's gonna say no, but I'm gonna try either way, it's not a way to go. It's more about being confident in yourself and being like, well, she's definitely not gonna say no.
I'm confident enough. So why haven't you given me a chance to maybe eat your vagina or something like that?
Because you're younger. I told you, I don't have anything with people younger than me. I just don't go for it.
What if I told you all this while I was just lying for fun? You've never saw my passport before, so how can you tell? I'm actually like, because I was shy to tell my age all this while. I'm 35. I turned 35 like last month. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about that, but I'm 35, and I've been lying about my age all this while, but yeah.
I'm sorry, but your level of maturity is still not enough to convince me you're anything over like 27.
Okay, what's the, because I think maturity, I don't know what, okay, when people say like maturity, right? Are we saying that one shouldn't be goofy? Or are we saying that maturity has to do with assets or like, okay, what's the defining factor for maturity for you?
it's kind of hard to tell. It's something in between, like the assets and the level of consciousness, I guess. So it's more about people who already found themselves.
Yes.
So they know what they're doing. They have plans for the future. They sort of know where they're going and where they want to end up. And when I talk to you and, when we talk to each other, I kind of see a person who's a little bit lost at the moment.
Oh.
So you're still trying to find a way, and it's not a bad thing, but it's not what I'm looking for.
Do I look lost? Like, in terms of, like, I don't know where I'm going direction-wise. Like, if it's the street, I go left instead of right.
Well, it's more like you have, several paths to choose from still, and you're not sure which one you want to take.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's good to have possibilities, and it's good to consider them, but it's a privilege of people who are slightly younger.
Damn. I don't mind, honestly. It's not a big deal.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's actually a good privilege because it's like...
Yes.
It almost feels as if like I still have enough time to figure my shit out.
Well, I never told you that, nothing is possible between us because there's something wrong with you specifically. It's just we aren't necessarily compatible because I'm looking for different things in people.
Yeah. I feel you. Can you tell me the top 4 positions that you like during sexual intercourse?
Men or women?
Oh, let's start with the females, girls.
Well, actually, with girls, the positions are sort of, I guess, slightly different because of the differences in anatomy,
Right.
So,
Sure.
To be honest, I usually go down on girls.
Ah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I like the taste. I like the moans.
How's the taste for you? Because I have a description of it, but I want to hear your side. Maybe you take it different.
Oh, depends on the girl, depends on the time of her cycle.
Right.
So anything from slightly sweet to more sour.
Sweet and sour. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it's kind of... There's a Swedish something like that. Oh, I have tasted my own cum as well, but not by myself, of course, definitely. Like you do it on someone else's face, and then you like lick it during the intense pleasure of whatever you're doing, and it was pretty good, I would say. But I think it also depends. 'Cause that time, I think my diet was mostly of vegetables, raw vegetables, and little bit of fruits. Of course, yes, I was drinking beer, but I think it counterbalances the...
I kind of heard that quitting smoking can also help with the taste.
Oh, really? Kind of makes sense. Maybe.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, never fucked a guy who smoked as well, so...
Really? Oh, damn. Lucky you.
That's one of a very hard no's. I don't like the smell of, the smoke, and I don't like the taste at all.
Well, the smell of smoke is not pleasant at all.
Yeah.
Like, even for me. But lucky enough, like I switched to this shit. It is so much more better than actual cigarette because the smell of cigarette, like when I feel it, I'm like, damn. That's why I'm very self-conscious. Like if I know I'm going into a room where there are other people and I need to have a smoke, I would rather smoke when I'm riding a bike. And when I smoke, it's like the smoke is going backwards, and I need to have not like too much deodorant or perfume on me, but it has to be potent enough so that when I walk in a room after smoking a cigarette, the smell is not even there. Oh, and another trick that I found out when it comes to the smell of item, there are these perfumes that are like cubes. So it's like Vaseline, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So after you finish smoking, you just then you rub your fingers on your beard as well and all over the most like
kind of makes
places,
sense, yeah.
And you're gonna be good. You're gonna be literally very good. But it's hard. Smoking is, I feel like it's for me, it's hard to quit. Reason being, there's something about I don't know, maybe it could be the lack of whatever control. Because here all over in China, people are smoking all the time, you understand? So sometimes I'm trying to be on my best behavior when it comes to smoking, but that was back then when I was trying to quit smoking. And I realized the more that I tried, the least that I went for was like 3 days without smoking. And even after that, I think I smoked like 3 or 4 boxes in one single day.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's almost as if like I was trying to cover up for the days that I didn't smoke. And
I
then
see.
I realized, like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me not even try to quit smoking, because the more I try, the worse it becomes. Let me just go with the flow, and whenever the body feels like, yo, listen, we need to chew on this, then I'm gonna chill. Because addiction is a very complex thingy. Because we all have addiction.
Oh,
Mine
yeah.
could be smoking. I don't fucking know. What's your addiction?
Drinking, I guess. I mean,
Drinking.
I've only tried smoking once.
Right.
And I was like 25 at the time, or 26, so I was pretty old already. And I take 2 swigs.
Right.
I threw up violently after that, and I decided that probably wasn't for me. And I don't even like the taste of, like, I've kissed a couple of people who smoked,
Right.
but the taste just makes me, nauseous.
Makes you awful.
Yeah. But
Well-
I drink pretty heavily, so
Religion.
not religious at all, I guess. I mean, if my family is sort of Christian.
Right.
I mean, my mother more so than my dad, and my brother and his wife as well, I guess.
Right.
But I sort of grew up very atheist. Well, I'm more of an agnostic, I guess. So it's not like I don't believe in anything.
Yeah.
I just don't necessarily think that, any sort of religion is something to my taste.
All right. Would you say that religion is a contributing factor to how peaceful society is right now, or it's more of just being raised right as compared to being in a religion? Like,
Well, I kind
How
of
do you
think
think
that religion was a good instrument to keep people at check back in, like, sort of pre-industrial society.
yeah.
But currently, people treat religion as more of a crutch. And it's less of an instrument of influence. So I don't think it's a contributing factor to most types of wars currently and conflicts in general.
I forgot who I was having a conversation with about this, and we're talking about this particular topic, and then I think I say something about culture. Then I said, if you look at the Bible, how it is, some of the laws and the stories, they do make sense during that time. And because at that time, we also, as an African, we also had our culture before the white people came, right, to bring us Christianity. And we also had our own values that we went by, and everything was cool like that, I guess. And then religion came, and we had to adopt whatever the missionaries came with, isn't it? And then I think now I wouldn't mind someone like you telling me that you don't have a religion, because I believe that culture does evolve. You understand? Beliefs, they have to evolve. Because if I'm African, and way back it was very permissible for me to have 4 wives, and my father's grandfather used to have like 3 wives, but my father had only 1 wife, you understand, in one family. It's almost as if like he didn't go against the culture, but rather it's almost like the times have changed, you understand? Because right now currency is based upon assets and money, and all that. Back then, if you had like a lot of cows, goats and all that, and a lot of land, barren land for farming and all that, you are probably like the richest person ever. But now it's like the way things are, wealth is kind of like changed into something else. Understand? So for me to have 4 or 5 wives is more difficult as compared to how it was back then.
It's more about why would you need 4 to 5 wives? So back in those days, when people had like a lot of cattle, a lot of land,
Right.
they needed more wives to manage all of that.
Right.
Because it's hard to grow crops. It's hard to, raise children in, yet again, that type of society.
True.
It's hard to take care of the household.
Yeah.
But currently with, the level of technology and stuff, I don't think that amount of wives would serve anything but, your desire to fuck women.
Yeah, like ego-wise.
And you can do it without getting married. So why even bother having like 4 to 5 wives?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe nowadays it's more of a pride thing. It's no longer like way back, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't serve any particular purpose, I guess.
Because I would argue very well that back in the day, because it was permissible, it was more of an issue of families, nearby families in the area that you live with. There were few desirable men who were doing very well in that community, to a point whereby women were willing to just like share resources, because they know like, okay, fine, Takura aka Azukai stays there, and then they have cows and all that, and our family, we don't have much. So if Takura likes my daughter, I can just talk to the parents, say like, yo, I have a daughter, she is this old, and if your son wants another wife, you can come through and you can give her some cattle, some cows, and some goats and all that.
You're talking from a point of view of a guy,
Yeah.
but
No, I'm talking about the culture maybe back in the
no.
day.
I mean, as a girl, let's imagine if my parents go to someone and offer me as a wife, they have to offer something.
Right.
They are gonna tell him, your parents or you, that she's like not only just beautiful or something, that she can do this and this and this, that she's good at like cooking, that she can take good care of cattle, that she's good in like doing something. So you wouldn't marry me just because I was there and I was beautiful. So it served a purpose anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Because same about, in my country, we didn't have like multiple marriages or something, but still when people went and offered marriage, it was about offering something in return.
True. I don't know why I told my mom this. I told her like, oh mom, you still remember, because we have a local person who does like radio or whatever. So the guy does the interviews. So I guess maybe I forgot to mute my sharing from, because when you post on Instagram, you can share on Facebook, and she's very active on Facebook. They say like, oh, I saw like you're selling something. I'm like, no, I'm not selling something. It was a behind the scenes video. Like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah. So I'm gonna be doing a podcast as well, like a radio show, similar to that guy from our country. Like, oh, okay. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna be very active. I'll make sure I'll share and forward to also my followers. I'm like, mom, I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Oh, by the way, about how I find the girls. So one of like weirder ones this year was I was in Czechia.
Yeah.
I was visiting my wifey.
Okay.
And it was like January 3rd, I guess, or 2nd.
Right.
And we went to this local bar.
Yeah.
A super like niche place, just locals there. And we've ordered some wine and we've sat for a little bit longer, and the place closed down, but the bartender, he invited some of his friends to just hang out after closing. And we asked if we could, like sit there and finish our wine and stuff.
Yeah.
And after that, in order to say thank you to the bartender, we ordered a round of shots for them.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, thank you for letting us hang out and stuff. And they've had like 5 or 6 guys, and one of them was with his girlfriend.
All right.
And then after we ordered them shots, they were like, oh, well, why don't you stay and hang out with us? And the girl and her boyfriend had a fight somewhere in the middle of us all getting drunk together.
Right.
And he left, and she stayed.
Right.
And I noticed that she was like on the verge of crying. And, I just I wasn't even having any plans.
Predator.
No, I promise I wasn't.
Right, yeah.
I was pretty drunk by that time. So I went over to her and I was like, hey, are you okay? Do you need like, something?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I'm fine. And after that, we just started chatting.
Yeah.
And that's the fifth one, which I don't remember what happened clearly, because the last thing I remember was that we were like kissing in the corner of that bar. And my wifey came over and she was like, hey, so it's like 4 a.m, so I want to go home. Do you want to go with me? And I was like, get out of here, woman.
Yeah. You said, she's just your wife, your best friend, not... Okay.
Yeah, she's my best friend. It's her like a nickname. And she went home and I stayed with the girl, but I have no recollection of what happened in between that moment and the moment I... found myself next to my wifey's apartment complex.
Shit. And where was the girl?
Nowhere to be found. So I tried to ask her, because I have her Insta and stuff. We follow each other now.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, we've had a good time, but I have no fucking clue what that means. Like, how good of a time did we have?
But I don't think you did something together. Or maybe you just like kissed and then
probably
later on you tried to go back home and you just ended up, maybe the taxi took you to your wife's place and then you just like passed out.
It could have been that, or we could have went back to her place, because the moment my wifey left, it was around 4 a.m, and when I entered her apartment it was around 9. So the 5 hours in between, I don't have a clue what I did.
Oh, flip. Yeah, that's wild. That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
All right. So, I guess maybe this is probably the end of the episode. This was a good one. It was crazy. It was heated. But there's always be more. I feel like Vavara is gonna be coming here very often, and I'm gonna be doing episodes with her because I feel like we vibe a lot, honestly. I feel like we do.
Supply me beer and I'm gonna come every day.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Because it's very rare to find somebody who's nice as you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna be doing more shit together. Yeah, for sure,
right,
for sure,
cool.
for sure. And for all you people watching, this whole video is gonna be available on YouTube. And a couple of shots gonna be on Instagram and my WeChat channel, and I don't know if they're gonna be on Facebook because my mom is on Facebook, so I don't really think it's gonna be there, because my mom is a Christian, so I don't think she's gonna be very much proud if she sees me smoking this pipe. She'll be like, because this pipe in my country, like it's so we have a relative, she's quite old, so we call it like wutu or something. It's like cigarettes for old people, and it's like raw and dangerous and all that. So yeah, but my mom's sister, if she watches this, I think we're gonna be cool because she's the cool one.
I'm pretty sure your mom wouldn't appreciate our topics as well.
Well, I mean, even if she sees it, she's not gonna be that crazy about it. Because she's very understanding and she's a cool mom. She's not like African mom like nah. She's cool. She's really cool like that. Oh yeah. So yeah. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that other crap. And shit, yeah. That's it. Yeah. And I am sober. Oh, look at my glasses. Oh, perfect timing.
They slide perfectly.
Alright. Peace out. Thanks for watching, and that was cool, right?
Yes. You should zoom onto yourself when your glasses slide,
Right?
You should. You definitely should.
I will.
That would be super cool.
I will. I fucking will. All right. Oh, God.